Hello to all of you out there. I'm Villain, and this is Vivi. And since the ModRetro M64 came out, I thought I would break that out into its own separate video. I'm also including it in my monthly sort of pickups, so it's integrated into that video, but I also wanted to kind of break it out and put it into its own video in case someone was only interested in just seeing that. So that is this video. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be a little cramped since my camera's always a bit close, but let's try to do an unboxing of all the ModRetro M64 stuff I got. This is everything I got at launch. Uh, these are little gates that change how the analog stick works. Like this one is perfectly round. I forget what this one is exactly. But it has like kind of like an oblong shape. And since I got two controllers, I have two of those. There's also one in there, I assume. A nice little heads up here that there's a AA battery tray below the controller. You probably don't want to leave those sitting forever because they will one day leak. I picked up one game. I got Extreme G Turbo Fusion. I got two of the Pro controllers. I really love that you can use these with a rechargeable battery, which is included. You can use them with AA's, which is great for long term, and you can use them wired, including with an original Nintendo 64. So I intend for these to basically be my Nintendo 64 controllers for either the M64 or just regular 64 going forward. Looks like the color sticker fell off of this one, but one should be red and one should be purple. Looks like this is the purple. So this should be the red. Okay, and over here, I've also got the system itself. I feel like they did a great job with the packaging. It looks really nice. And I was debating, I think the green, the purple, and the red all look great, but I was really trying to decide between the red and the purple for the console. I ultimately decided to go with the red. I thought it was cool that they called it AMD red instead of just red. That's what really sold me on it, of all things. But yeah, I decided to go for that. I'm excited to see how it looks. So let's open the console first. Does this have a rip thing? Oh, it does. It does. Right here. Okay. Oh, almost got all of it. Let's go. There we go. All right. Oh, that's cool. Disengaged. Yeah, you can tell they had fun with the packaging, so that's always fun to see. Warning, the system is so awesome it may blow your mind. It's very 90s of them, but I like it. I like it. Okay, let's see if we can slide it out without damaging the box. It's always a challenge. Shake, 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 shake. All right, I'll set this box aside. Actually, I wonder if there's anything interesting on the back of the box. They just kind of break down the features. The games at launch. What kind of FPGA it's using and some of the features they added to it, that sort of thing. Okay. Okay, here we have the box, the console itself. A box within a box. This one's way more classy. This is looking a lot more like the analog packaging to me. Okay, looks like it's telescoping with no tape. And set this aside. All right, there it is, the AMD Red ModRetro M64. Probably use gravity for this too. Yep. That's how I want to do it. Oh, that's cute. What is that? Power supply, perhaps? We'll come back to that. There it is. Looks like we got a little smudge here on the plastic, but it's just on the plastic. I don't think it's on the unit, so no big deal there. All right, let's get it out and have a look at it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw that they did like a matte plastic here and then like a shiny, fully transparent here. I kind of wish they did the shiny one all over, but I get that the two-tone kind of gives it a little bit more of a classy look. I think if they went with just the transparent one all over, that would be a bit more like kind of like the reshells that you see for systems. But yeah, this is gorgeous. And you got a little AMD logo here. They all have that, I think. I don't think it's just the AMD red one that has it. Got some knobs and stuff. Push and twist. Cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it back in the box for now, so I'll leave the plastic on. But I'll give you a little bit of the peeling action so you know what it's like and kind of see it under the plastic. That looks really nice. The eject button, cool. It's a fun thing they added. Yeah, I'm really curious what this winky face here is. Looks like the thing came undone. I assume it's just like a power brick. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, that's right. They include all the different adapters, so it's really just all in one. Like no matter what region you're in, this will work. I like that it's branded too. I will say it's really weird that they went so far as to include all of this, but they do not give you an HDMI cable. I guess they're just assuming you have a spare one or something, but I feel like a lot of companies typically do the opposite. They're like, we assume you already have a USB power supply. But I guess they usually do that for the HDMI cable and the power supply. That's cool. I really like this wink face. That's cool. Whoever did this, that's very cute. All right. Let me put this back in the box. For now. I'm sure you love not being able to see this and just hear all the plastic crinkles. I'm sure you're really into that. That's my way of saying that I hate editing, so I'm not gonna cut it out. I believe it went like this. Ooh, cool. Put it back. Yeah, I think they did a great job on the packaging. That's really fun. And the unit itself, the unit looks great. I was getting a little nervous with some of the pre-release stuff with some of the bugs that people were finding, but it sounds like they fixed everything just in time for launch. I know the Nintendo 64 is notoriously difficult to get exactly right since it's such a weird system. Um, Glad they did it. Um, I like hearing too that they contribute everything back open source into like the Mister FPGA cores. I think that's really nice of them. Really cool way to do it. I mean, if you're gonna start with Mister, you may as well contribute back. That rules. Yeah, I think I saw they're even gonna open source like a lot of the hardware design for how they do their cartridges, so other people can make their own cartridges if they want to. And the like shell for the system, so people can make their own shells. You don't have to use their shells. I thought that was really neat. All right, let me see if I can do something similar here. This one seems a little bit more snug. It's working. It's working. It's it's slow, but it's working. Yeah, give this a quick look over. The Trident shape, wired and wireless. Built-in controller pack. That's interesting. So your saves will follow your controller? Huh. Interesting. I wonder how it handles games that like, 'cause I know some Nintendo 64 games they would want you to plug in like a second controller to access a save. like a memory pack, and then you could have your rumble pack in one controller one, so you could still have rumble. I wonder how that works, like if you can toggle it or what's going on there. Okay, I feel like I didn't quite get everything with that. Okay, this is just like a tray to hold it. For a moment I was like, oh, did they send me the wrong one? But no, that's right. It's just gray on the back. Ooh, it's very, very matte, very rough. I'm not so much a fan of that. I think it's metal, actually. So it's probably durable, but I tend to have very dry hands, so I don't love the grippiness. I love the buttons are really clicky, though. The joystick feels great. Like, really nice. Yeah, that's a nice joystick. Okay, you just slide that out. This is the rechargeable one, I assume. Cool. Okay. And somewhere else. Oh, that's right, it was face down. Let's put it back face down. Oop. Tray here. Okay, looks like there's something here. Whoop. Okay, something fell out. Okay, there's your wired cable, looks like. How do I want to get into this? Okay. Yep, this is your Nintendo 64 connector. You can see it there. I don't want to pull it out all the way because it'll probably be a pain to get back in. Cool. Let's see, that was here. I see. Okay. Interesting design here. And this is the AA pack? Yes, this is the AA pack. Okay, and where did that postcard thing say that the AA's were going to be? Inside the box below the controller. Okay, so they're probably under this. Unless they expected me to open it the other way. Looks like they did not. So this just kind of fell out while I was opening it. I have no idea where this came from. Maybe it was just like tucked in here somewhere. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. Hold on, let me get that. Okay. Yeah, there's like a cutout, a divot if you will. Oh, a divot if you will. And there's like a bump here, so you have to line them up. And there we go. So let's try this again. Again, I don't know if that's where this went, but it is where we're going to try to put it. Okay. A little tricky, but we got it. Okay. So there should be some AA's under here, is what you're telling me? Don't know that this one comes out. No, I don't think it does. Maybe? Let me inspect the other part again. They're hiding in here somewhere. So they're not in here. You know what? Maybe they're in there. I doubt it. Maybe. We're not in here. Let's look at this thing again. Let's open from the other end. I think this is the other end. No, I don't think they're in here. But you know what? Let's just plug them all the way. Make sure they're not hidden somewhere. No, they're not. Okay. Step through this again. Oop. Line up the divot. Again, don't know if that's where that was stored, but that's where I'm putting it. Just okay, that didn't work at all. Okay. Just hope that landed in the right spot, I guess. Oop. Look at this again. If we can find those double A's might be hiding. Oof. Okay, I don't think they're under there. I'm gonna open the other controller and see if it's more obvious to me where they may be. Like maybe it just fell out while I was opening it and it's just like on the floor under my desk or something. But let's move on to the red one. Okay, let's do this. Let's kind of do both at the same time. Okay. Get this back in the box. Okay. All right, let's check on the red one. This one's a bit less snug. Okay, for some reason. Let's pop it open. Okay, now we can kind of see how this was supposed to be packaged. So this piece goes in the middle here. I was just kind of sticking it like that, but it looks like it's actually supposed to go right there. Double check. The double A's aren't hiding in here, are they? They sure are not. Okay. Yeah, I don't see them in there. They must be in the thing under the controller then. They've gotta be. This one's cool to the touch for some reason. Ooh, that red is nice. I really like it. Red's my favorite color, so I'm really into this. This looks great. Very cool. Oh, that's a little precarious. Let me check on this again. Got some little like bumpers here to prevent scratches, I guess is what those are for. That's neat. I thought it was a pull tab for a moment, but it most certainly is not. Okay, I'm just gonna have to look up online where these are in like someone else's unboxing. I'll just be right back. Okay, so it turns out AA's are not included, and I just wasn't reading correctly. This just says a AA battery tray is inside. It does not say anything about AA's, and I also looked on ModRetro's website, and it says the same thing. It says a AA battery pack is included, but no AA's themselves, which is probably good. You don't want those like hidden in your packaging and leaking later or whatever. Yeah, I pulled up the tray and kind of mangled it a little bit and looked under there, and I didn't see any. They're not in there. My mistake. Anyway, I also picked up one of the games. I picked up Extreme G, Turbo Fusion. I played a little bit of Extreme G. I think 3 I liked a lot more than the Nintendo 64 ones, but I don't have any physical copies of 1 and 2 at the moment, so I figured why not just pick up their release. So let's see what they got going on here. Cool. About what you would expect, I think. Gold, slightly transparent cartridge. Maybe it's more yellow. It's not really gold, is it? Yeah, looks perfectly solid. Yeah, let's open up and flip through this. Kind of curious what's in here. Where the tape? I already stuck it to the manual. Okay, let me just remove it. Side. It's still stuck on me. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's really cool to get a manual modern day. Okay, it has the M64 stuff in here. The controller. Game modes. Extreme contest. Extreme G2. What's new? Raises top speed ceiling and deepens bike variety with multiple classes and super machines. Track design emphasizes flow, linked apex, smoother banking, and longer high-speed sections. Neat that it explains the difference here. Tips, techniques. I thought it would be cool if, I'm assuming these games have cheat codes since they're old games. I thought it would be cool if they just included those in the manual, just told you what they are instead of keeping them secret. Put the manual back in the plastic, which is a tight fit for sure. Oh, we got it, I think. Yep. Slow and steady. Let's get that piece of tape out of here too, before I get stuck on the label or something with it. Peel off part of the art. This one's a lot more stubborn. Oh my goodness. Did we get it all? Yeah. Here's your cartridge. Really cool. Okay, so that's it. That's everything I got with the ModRetro M64. That's the unboxing, and hope that was fun for you to watch. I love how everything looks. I think it looks great.